A few observant fans noticed something odd about the younger characters when Teen Wolf returned for the second half of Season 6. It appeared that Mason and Liam had skipped an entire year of high school.
Summer's almost over. We're about to be seniors. This is about to be the best year of our entire life.
They had been sophomores during the first half of the season, but in the episode, Said the Spider to the Fly, we learned they were now rising seniors. They didn't go into detail, it was just something everyone seemed to know and didn't bother to explain. Well, I ran a quick check of our Teen Wolf Wiki archives and found they were solidly established as being freshmen back in Season 4. Then, throughout Season 5 and the first half of Season 6, this group is repeatedly referenced as sophomores. For them to be rising seniors at this point not only conflicts with established canon, it's just plain crazy. Well, I did what I always do with these canonical conundrums. I emailed Teen Wolf creator and executive producer Jeff Davis to see if this was a mistake or a little poetically licensed grade skipping. Turns out he was expecting me to ask. Jeff explains that the new Beacon Hills High School principal, Natalie Martin, is just trying to remove the supernatural elements from the school as quickly and quietly as she can. He and the writers actually started laying the groundwork for the move back at the beginning of Season 6. In the episode Superposition, they made it clear that Lydia's mom was trying to cover up the weirdness of that big battle with the Beast back in Season 5.
I thought I made it clear that Beacon Hills High School was a dedicated safe space. I had to convince 23 students that what they saw in the library last semester with a large bear and the fangs on Scott McCall were the result of acute teenage hallucination syndrome.
Despite her best efforts, she couldn't keep ghostwriters and that Nazi guy from disrupting classes, so it was early graduation for the young werewolf and his allies. There you have it. The mystery of the missing junior year at Beacon Hills High School is solved. Thanks for watching, and remember to do all the YouTube things. Like the video, comment on the video, or subscribe if you feel like it. I'll see you next time for another trip back to Beacon Hills. Look, y'all, Liam is a cool guy, and I love him and his whole little puppy pack. I take no pleasure in knocking the guy, but Liam never beat a hellhound in a fight. Seriously, I still get that at least twice a day anytime I even mention strength or hellhounds in a video. Let's review this fight that people keep awarding to Liam. First, Halwyn and Parrish go at it for an indeterminate amount of time. They're both huffing and puffing by the time Halwyn sends Parrish off to sleep. Okay, so now we have Liam. Adrenaline is flowing, mainly due to fear. He's rushing into the fight to take on a fully tuckered out Halwyn. I'm not saying they don't both get some good hits and licks in, but even though Liam is fresh to the fight, Halwyn pins him pretty easily. Did you see that? That moment right there. Run that back. This is the moment when the fight ended.
No, it's not you.
As soon as Halwyn realized Liam wasn't part of the Anukate, he stopped trying to defeat him. Mason apparently didn't notice that Halwyn had stopped, so he jumped in, and Halwyn quickly incapacitated him, which then prompted Liam to start fighting all over again. All Halwyn wants at this point is for the little werewolf to stop clawing at him, but he is no longer trying to take out Liam. Halwyn isn't trying to take out Liam because Halwyn is a good guy. And as the good guy, he's only interested in taking out the bad guys.
It must be stopped. Nothing else matters.
So yes, Liam got in some whoppers, but he did not beat a hellhound. The hellhound gave up way early in this whole thing. You can't say you defeated someone when that someone literally stops fighting and stops using their superior strength and other advantages against you. Liam beat Scott nearly to death that one time in season 5, so Liam must be stronger than Scott, right?
Liam's the supermoon. It's feeding your anger. It's making you more aggressive.
It's making me stronger. You're gonna keep your promise, even if it kills you.
No, Liam is not stronger than Scott. Scott was trying to contain Liam without hurting him, and he took a beating to do it. This was exactly what Derek did for Cora and Boyd in Fireflies back in season 3. Scott was also at a major disadvantage with Liam due to the wolfsbane Theo slipped in his inhaler, but he did manage to stay alive.
Couldn't have waited 5 minutes.
Right up until that bastard Theo stepped out of the shadows and killed him. Scott was not weak. He's just this guy who happened to be a relatively new werewolf, and he doesn't want to hurt anybody. Liam doesn't kill Scott on Teen Wolf. I don't know why people make this error. I think it's because the original broadcast of this very important episode and then its follow-up episode were separated by more than 4 months. By the time the follow-up came along, most folks remembered Scott had been killed after an episode-long fight with Liam in the library. But some don't remember who actually killed him. Everybody seems to remember the fight. Liam was pissed because Scott refused to bite Hayden, whose Dread Doctor's makeover was failing and killing her. Now, Scott tried to explain that Hayden, in her weakened condition, would likely die from the bite, but Liam, under the influence of a particularly strong full moon on its closest approach to the Earth, yeah, that. Anyway, Theo, pulling his regular BS, just kept pushing until Liam was a little rage monster and wasn't listening to anyone.
But you won't save her!
I can't save her!
Then we get the big fight. Scott is effed up on wolfsbane inhaler and mainly just trying not to hurt Liam. Scott's "I'm not gonna fight you" thing got him beat up real bad, and he was indeed close to death by the end of it. But Liam stopped before he killed Scott.
Liam!
He wasn't even there when Scott died. I do get a little frustrated when people forget that Theo killed Scott, because much of Liam's arc during the second half of season 5 was dealing with his guilt over falling for Theo's BS and hurting Scott.
800 extenuating circumstances.
It wasn't just the moon.
Theo took advantage of it.
Maybe it was just me.
This whole thing was also very important to Theo's redemption arc, and it's the whole reason we have the Theum ship today. While you could argue that Theo's manipulation of Styles did the most damage to the pack as a whole, it was his manipulation of Liam that did the most individual damage. Liam's deepest shame has always come from his anger issues.
I can't know about this. Her mom, my stepdad, I can't do this stuff again. The way they looked at me when they saw what I did to that car.
Sorry.
They can't see me like this.
Theo's manipulation put him right back into all that and really wrecked him inside.